Hi, good morning. Wow, I can hear again. Also, I've got to turn the sound down in the break, but that's okay. How are y'all?
Good morning. Good. Went for my walk this morning.
Already?
Yes.
Dang, you're healthy.
Well, I mean, I just did the driveway a few times. Don't get too excited. But I
I'm
did
impressed.
get out.
I'm impressed.
It's a long driveway, though.
It is. It's not short. And it was hot.
It's good. It's like that down, up a hill, down a hill, up
How
another
many steps
hill.
is it? I know you know.
To
one
do,
lap.
Yeah. One lap. I got to do some division.
Okay, well, just how about going down? What's your out?
Well, okay. To the mailbox and back to twice. To the mailbox and back and to the mailbox and back is.
Okay, that's a lot of steps.
Oh, no. It's only 1,500 steps. That's not a lot.
You know what you need? Look at my new toy.
What the heck is that?
It's a Garmin. Like, I got it for my birthday because I didn't want an Aura ring, even though I almost did.
Yeah, but that Garmin's chunky.
It's chunky, but I like it. She's
I
chunky.
like 'em big.
I like them chunky.
I
So
like 'em round. Something funky. I think that's how it goes.
I think it.
Made it
Good
up.
morning, friends. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, and maybe you're new here. We are the right side, as opposed to somebody said last night, the left side. Yes, that's exactly what we mean.
We don't do the left side.
Welcome. We have a great show for you today. And if you're tuning in for the first time, wherever in the world you might be, we have a phenomenal show. And not just because Allison's already done half of her walk for the day. I didn't even get started. That's for me this afternoon. I did work out yesterday before the thing.
There's no shame.
So I did that. But we have Yammer. We have a Muslim Minute in the 11 o'clock hour. We have the best day because it's allegedly. It's
God.
Tuesday, and this is where we spill the tea. And we use accents because accents are funny. The accents we use for allegedly are hilarious because they're Southern. And it's not meant as an offense. It's just because we like them. Okay? Read the ticker at the bottom of our screen. It's kind of like Pat McAfee's ticker. All right. And then we have the montage. So much to get to today.
And
so much is going on. And we have a guest. Ta-da, ma'am.
Ernie Yarbrough, Representative Ernie Yarbrough, who is really fired up. I think it's going to be more of a history lesson, a constitution lesson.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking this out.
So we can understand it. It's really a flock camera. You know, he went up against the Sheriff's Association with concealed or constitutional carry. They came out against that, which is just bizarre. And now they're all in on flock cameras. I think Ernie's just going to give us a little history lesson.
Okay, can't wait.
And his opinion on flock cameras, and that'll be in the 11 o'clock hour.
That's going to be great. And then following that, will we do allegedly after that? Because it needs to, because it needs to go along, because maybe my story is about that. Maybe my allegedly is about that today.
Oh,
I'm kind of excited.
Okay.
I've caught up, guys.
Bet. Are you back?
I'm back. You know, I was talking to Kim and Tony this weekend, and we were discussing wedding week. They wisely took the week off or a couple of days off. I did not.
Afterwards?
That is not after their wedding, after the kids' wedding. That's not a good idea. Like, everybody, this is just my friendly big sister reminder. If your child gets married, take the next week off. Okay? I'm just putting that out there.
We tried. I mean, in our defense, we tried to tell you, like,
well, you did.
Don't come in.
I thought that I would be able to handle it because I knew that I was moving Molly in last week. And so I was kind of trying to think ahead. Also not great, but that was very fun. But anyway, that's a friendly PSA. Yep. Wedding pictures coming soon. But today we have a great day for you. And we are glad you're here. I have no idea what JP, we never do, but for the Muslim Minute, I can't wait to see what you've done.
It's hard not to get black pilled whenever you do the Muslim Minute, though.
You know, and let me say, with the Muslim Minute, you're right. It's hard not to get black pilled. I was talking to a new friend last night, whom I love already, and we were talking about it. And then you go through history, and when you realize just how long this has been a problem, or that this was our first war that America fought, it's why we have a Navy, you go, oh, So we're not alone in our fight. But when are we going to like wipe it out so that it's not an issue? But I think that takes more metal than anybody really wants to deal with. METTLE. But I agree with you. It's very hard not to get blackpilled and think, what are we doing here?
Wouldn't metal gumballs work too?
I think metal gumballs. Have you ever seen those hanging off the back of a truck before?
Yeah, I didn't think they were metal.
They're like brass.
Metal,
whatever. Sorry.
What, JP?
I've never seen metal nutsack hanging off the back of a truck before.
We were trying to be so classy about it.
JP, look, I've got a dear friend who, when she sees funny things from around the country, because they're like travelers, she sends them to me. And she may or may not have sent me a picture and they were on the back of an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, but I think they're plastic. Can you imagine metal balls rolling down the highway? That would do some damage.
I would like to think that they were metal just because they looked metal, but not. Because you're right. What if they fell off?
Ouch.
Rest in peace to Bear's nuts.
Bear didn't skip a beat
this
after he got popped and chopped.
Really?
Chopped and popped.
Obi's about to get popped and chopped. That's about to happen to Obi. Molly's little cat.
Oh.
He's a little fellow.
Yeah. We're making it. We're recovering, JP.
Poor guy.
That's okay. He's cute. So there's that. At least he'll calm down.
Maybe.
Actually, Allison mentioned a topic to start the show. I
love it.
I actually really like this topic.
Let's do it.
Because I saw her tweeting about it.
I struggled a lot, and I put a lot of thought into what my answer would be. Well, the actual question's simple, but if you take the inverse of the question, that's where it gets difficult.
And I have some clarification questions too.
Okay. Well, can you put up the photo?
Sinclair. Yes.
Can you do that?
Do what?
Can you put the photo
up?
Yes.
All right. The question is, you have to stay in one circle for the rest of your life. Which one are you picking?
G all the way.
So that seems obvious to us. We'd pick G, but the inverse, which is what Allison proposed, which of these would you not want to spend a day of your life ever in again?
No, like the last circle you would want to get stuck in forever.
So my question, the only clarification question I have is, are we including like the people and the politics and the cities?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, it's not just a landscape.
Well, then mine is A without a doubt.
My instinct is A, but I think it's funny that I'm saying AI.
Yeah.
It's 5150. Guys, I understand. There's nothing such as 5150.
I'm staying away from A.
I'm saying A, but I'm saying they're equally batty and perhaps more concentrated in I of the country. Because, I mean, that's a lot of nutbags in one area. Mm-hmm. At least in A, they're spread out nutbags. This one, they're in a nut sack.
Oh, my gosh.
Abs!
Sorry, I gave her the...
boiled peanuts. Just like boiled peanuts. Boiled peanuts.
Man, I'm taking your coffee away, Missy. No more. Okay, I chose the nut bags, the nut sack.
And think boiled peanuts when you stop by the 7-Eleven in Greenville, Alabama. Okay, think about that. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Get your head out of the gutter. Okay, just a little sack that you grab.
Okay, so here's the thing. I has nothing to offer, and I think y'all need to reconsider. I has the worst people. They're all blue hair. It's cold. I mean, New Hampshire's kind of pretty.
Okay, I'll go I.
But it's just really, there's not a lot there. A has some of the same crazy blue-haired people, but they're really just on the coast.
Yeah, that's true.
And in here is actually pretty conservative. Now it rains a little bit, but you could at least go down to California. That's where my dad lived. That's Lake Tahoe right there.
And then there's that beautiful highway that you'd mess up, and you can get in your car and just drive and be away from the people
and go down the coast, Highway 1.
Okay.
I don't know.
You've won me over.
No, the A's, at least in they don't have just flat out meth head cities. And I think they do. When you go outside of A, it may be conservative, but it's always raining. It's depressing. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go
I
out
forgot
there.
about the weather
No,
situation.
yes, I know, but California is not like that. Northern California is beautiful. In the summer, it's beautiful, and in the winter, you can ski. It's, I don't know. I'm not going to try and convince y'all. Someone on X chose B, and that really threw me off as their worst place to be stuck. I mean, you've got Hawaii, you have options, Alaska, Arizona, Southern California, a little bit of Mexico. I mean, I guess you might die there in Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know. It's close, but I think the depravity of the liberals in Washington and Oregon is way worse than New England. I will say this though. I saw a stat somewhere that if we're going, I can't remember who did this, but if we're going based off of Christian belief and Christians who live in a certain area, New England is considered an uncontacted part of the world in terms of the gospel.
What?
Based off percentages. I think it was a missionary group.
Wow.
Based off like the stats they used to go to uncontacted countries.
Serious?
New England is at that proportion.
I believe it. I think weather, I'm very affected by weather, and I wish I weren't, but like my kids love the rain. I do not love the rain. But you're right. There's a higher concentration. And so I can escape in A. Remember, I said it was 51-50. And so maybe I switch and I'm 50 and this is 51. So I don't want to be here. I just don't want to be here at all. And then you're up by Canada, closer to Canada. I see that you are in both, but it's no.
We're overlooking H because who wants to be anywhere near DC? Ever?
Nobody. Now, Pennsylvania's beautiful.
That's true. That's where my family lives.
And West Virginia, where Wesley lived, is very beautiful. But what I think is interesting is they left out that part of New York because the upstate is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, apple country. But
also, why did that little corner of E get what even goes on there?
Yeah, nobody picks
St. Louis.
No one.
That's it.
Mm-mm.
But I think the people are kind of normal. So
That's
E would be. F actually was one of my first no-goes. But then I started thinking about Chicago. I really love Chicago. And then Michigan has Mackinac Island, but it's cold.
Yeah.
But then luckily he cut out most of Minnesota because nobody wants to live there.
No.
I'll tell you this, close second behind G for where I would want to be is C. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I can see that.
That area is one of my favorite parts on the face of the earth.
You could, I bet people won't even pick Texas right now with everything that's going on because it's
Texas
purple.
had a whole circle to itself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's purple right now. But yeah, I'd go if you're doing your top three, everybody say your top three.
Top three worst, right?
Top three worst. I, A, B.
Top three worst for me. I'll go I, A, and probably H.
I knew you were going to say that. What are you picking?
I H. I'm really taking this seriously.
This is very, very serious.
And then either F or A. I mean, A, you got some Idaho. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. Yeah, because everybody online, everybody picked G as the best place to live.
because, of course,
Yes.
I mean,
We
who
got
doesn't
guns. We
wanna
got
be here?
beaches. We got football.
We have what?
Guns. We got beaches.
Beaches.
Beach.
see,
Mhm.
again,
Beaches. We got freedom and God. Well,
That's true.
it's kind of shrinking.
Ann from Hartselle said, for places he wants to be, give me D or G. Never going to F. That's what he said. He said, at least I have Niagara Falls, ? He said, I was a little off on Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ob fan said, for places they don't want to be, A, B, and H.
A,
A.
B, H.
Okay, I don't get the hate on B.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's that one throws me off.
Probably because of LA.
You can go.
It's a big circle, though.
Yeah.
Also, Ian from Hartsel changing the subject. He said, first, I imagine that's what goes through my wife's head multiple times a day when she's thinking about me. Quote, it's chunky, but I like it. And then he also said, JP leads such a sheltered life. You ain't living till you've seen some nuts on a truck.
See?
Have you really never seen them?
I declare that you're going to see them by the end of the weekend.
It's a little traumatic, actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true.
I'm sure I would remember it if I have. So.
You drive up and then you're just right hand on the wheel, thinking whatever podcast you're listening to, a murder mystery perhaps. And then all of a sudden it hits you, oh my gosh, look at what's on the back of that truck. And then you have to proceed to wake up the whole family and go, look at that. Just wait till you see it.
Have you ever seen nuts on a pickup truck?
It's so freaking cool.
Okay, I think it's time for
I think we need to grow up.
a word of the day.
Okay, word of the day. I'm turning this because it's actually on my iPad today. And this word is nothing I've ever seen before or heard of, but you are going to love it because it goes along with the frivolity of the morning. Okay.
The frivolity.
The frivolity of the morning. It's 2 words.
Okay, wait.
Oh, you're right. Duh. It's time for word of the day.
Three, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go. This and this, S and B, is a fun way to describe those little things that are hardly worth making a fuss over. Are you looking at it?
No, I'm really not. S and B.
The phrase originally described blank blank. I can't even read this.
Nuts and bolts.
If I say this, it'll give it away.
Screws.
Wait. What does it start with again?
S and B. It's those little things that are hardly worth making a fuss over. It originally described something similar. I can't read that sentence because you'll know immediately. But it gradually became a figurative expression for anything considered minor or unimpressive. An apparent crisis may turn out to be blank blank once the big picture comes into view.
Water under the bridge.
You're kind of in the right thinking. We say this phrase
Chutes
a
and
lot.
ladders.
We say this phrase a lot. We're like, hold my.
Schlitz beer.
Okay, now take beer and add a word in front of it, a descriptive word.
Wait, beer is one of them?
Uh-huh. It's a new phrase that we're going to start using.
I've never heard of that.
I haven't either. I was so excited.
Okay.
Sandwiches?
Not sandwiches and beer, but blank beer.
I concede.
Low alcohol content. But it used to be called weak beer. Allison!
Is that it?
No! Look, are you ready?
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
No. Samples in beer.
No.
I don't know.
Okay. Small beer
Yeah.
is a fun way to describe those little things that are hardly worth making a fuss over.
And was in it.
No, I said S. Oh, I said S and S. I'm S and B. I meant SB. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know what you meant.
I'm sorry.
Why do you think I kept saying and? I would
Small
have never
beer.
gotten small beer.
Small beer. Isn't that fun?
Small fries.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Small fry.
The 10% off coupon offered by one grocery store was small beer compared to the BOGO deal at another store. I've never used the phrase ever. I never will. Or no, maybe I will because it's kind of fun. Instead of weak beer, small beer. And then you can teach your friends something fun at a party. Get that phrase ready for your Christmas party season.
Whoever wants a small beer, though.
No one.
Can we do yesterday's word? Because I bet Brad knows this one.
Oh, it's a great word. You ready for this word? Can I just say the word? Brad. Okay.
I've never heard this word.
Ever. This word is a stew of meat, vegetables, potatoes, etc. Basically, what our mothers would throw in the pot and say, look, isn't this delicious? After Thanksgiving or Christmas, and she had a bunch of leftovers and she just put it in there and made a stew. Okay. But there's an actual word that describes it. Starts with an S, ends with an N.
It reminds me of goulash.
It does remind me of goulash too.
But I've never heard this word. We just call it a pot roast.
That's what we call
that's
it.
what I was thinking.
I'm not allowed to make it anymore because one time Chris got sick, and so that is not allowed.
Brad hasn't commented on yesterday's, but he did say that today's word of the day stumped him. He's always going to be out to lunch on alcohol slang.
You're a good man, Brad.
Okay. How do you say this word?
Slumgullion.
What?
Slumgullion.
Wait, what word did we do yesterday?
I blanked out. Hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
Shoot. Slumgullion. Slumgullion.
SLUMGULLION.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me.
It's a good word.
I'll share my screen and do a pronunciation on.
But dictionary.com, you guys, has great words. And so I thought to go along with Allison's frivolity, I needed to add to it.
It looks like dog throw up.
Hold on.
Look at that.
Where's the pronunciation? There it is. Hold on. Let's see.
Slumgullion.
Slumgullion.
Sounds
Slumgullion.
Like
I don't like the fact there's an AI mouth doing the word with it.
She looks weird.
Slumgullion.
Slumgullion.
She looks like she needs some slumgullion.
She does need some slumgullion.
Weird.
Or some chicken fried rice, which would also be delicious.
Her name's Ting.
It you know, that lady's name's Tammy, though. And anytime you throw tomatoes in with rice, it makes it look disgusting.
Oh, Brad said it's something like slumgullion, but I only know because I saw it yesterday.
Oh, Brad.
So Brad does his own word of the day, which means he's a dork.
Brad, if you would like to send me words of the day, I'm game. Or a fun word of the day if you want to help, since you like fun with words.
I bet Brad has one of those little word of the day things that you rip off each day that sits by his toothbrush.
Wow.
And I bet he wakes up in the morning, he's like, word of the day.
Okay, I can't do it because now that's me with the Wordle. Every day.
Really?
Yeah. I got yesterday's Wordle in 2, by the way. I'm a Wordle dork now. Okay,
Do
y'all
you
ready
play
for
Sudoku?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all ready for the Gen Z word of the day?
Yes, sir.
In internet slang, this word originally meant, quote, a lone wolf, a cool, confident man who is successful and independent without needing to follow crowd rules or be a loud leader like an alpha. I hate this word. Today, younger teens and Gen Alpha use it broadly to mean cool, awesome, or just as joking.
It's a one word.
It starts with an S.
It's not simp.
Think of alpha. Okay, so
Slick?
in the Gen Alpha, Gen Z.
Sigma.
Yes.
Oh,
Sigma.
That's good.
It's like a tier above alpha.
That's good.
It's so stupid.
I never
That's
knew
good.
what that meant. I just said it.
It's like I'm a Sigma male.
I never knew what that meant.
So we had to improve upon I'm an alpha male to now you're a sigma.
Alpha male is like you need the crowd, where Sigma you're almost like you're almost like autistic from like you don't want to even associate with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's
Is
really,
that like clavicle?
clavicular?
Clavicular?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another good word. Okay. All right. Good words today, you guys.
Let's go ahead and go to break and do Yammer on the other side.
Okay.
Okay. Yammer, montage.
Yes.
Ernie Yarbrough at 11 with history of the Fourth Amendment. And then allegedly, holy cow, I got to pull it together. Y'all have your stories?
No, I don't.
I want some really good, juicy Alabama gossip. I usually have some.
I've got some adjacent gossip.
Let me think. We'll be back.
Oh.
Of the United States of America. No one, koi Maikalani, who can stop you from becoming a president. Dream big, have a vision. Because if Barack Hussein Obama can be a president, Sohaib Jawad cannot be a president? Tell me. He's going to be a president. He's talking about that the Muslims will take over Mecca. They used to laugh at him. What happened? What is Mecca now? Where is Mecca? It's coming. Change is coming to America. And what is Allah telling us? Kuntum khayra ummatin. You are the best of nations. You're better than everybody else. That's what Allah is saying. Let's work towards that. Let's work towards a Muslim mayor. Next election that comes in, nominate people for the school board of education. Next election that comes here, nominate people for the local township. Begin the demographics change. People converted. There's a big, huge conversion going on in this country. But where are the converts? They just convert and they're gone in the wilderness. The other thing, children. Muslims have the highest population. Average, they did a Pew Foundation did a research study, Pew Foundation, and they said that Muslim household average is 3.4 child per family. The white American has 1 child per family. We're already beating the march because these are voters. These are not just babies being born in hospitals. These are voters. That's the way a politician looks at it. We have to change the framework and start looking at things from a different lens, different angle. For future, you're not going to change society today in your lifetime, but you think about your grand.
So they're more theologic in their thinking than we are. They're having children to raise them as arrows to shoot into the universe. Also, they're here to dominate and then to destroy us. Sure. Okay. Okay. Also, is that the same? What city was that in?
I'll have to go find it.
Because y'all did see where the slaughter of animals has been approved in yet another city in America, and then backyard slaughtering is allowed. So let's just throw that in the conversation with him, talking about all the plans that they have. I'm sorry, I just saw that over the weekend, and I wondered if you'd seen it too. Your thoughts on what that very pleasant man said from his pulpit? I don't even know what that's called for them.
JP, that's the opposite of fun.
That's why I asked y'all.
That was not fun.
That was the worst one I've seen yet. That one made me want to punch a wall. And it is so maddening because we sit and I look at what's happening in Texas. Y'all, Greg Abbott is a biscuit. Greg Abbott is not one of us. He is my latest target. I am so over that man. He is bought and paid for by Muslims and Pakistanis, and he is such a liar. Did y'all see the whole Islamic foot wash thing that went down
in the DFW airport?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Greg Abbott came out and said, "Oh, we will not stand for that. That is illegal." Well, y'all, they're already there. Taxpayers have already funded them. He is just using semantics to make himself look less sus because that's exactly what he is. They wanted to install more. So their tax dollars are going to be used and have been for foot washes for Muslims only. That is illegal. And Governor Abbott just looks away. And the way Texas goes is the way America goes. I hate to say it, but we're watching it happen. It's like when he went back on the epics. God, now you've done it, JP.
Now you've done did it.
The stupid Epic City or Meadowbrook or whatever they're calling it now. What are they calling it?
Something with Meadow in it,
And
to make it less horrible.
Yes, the Meadows. They don't have permits and they're building these buildings and they don't have Go mow him down, Greg Abbott. But he won't because he is bought off. And it is our elected officials that are selling us down the road. Because that man, whoever that guy is, means what he's saying, and they have a plan, and they are executing their plan very, very well.
Mm.
And our elected officials are allowing them a Muslim commission in Maine to examine and get more Muslims. I don't even know. What are they going to do? Put in more Muslim things in Maine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's legal. Where is the freedom from religion, whatever those stupid people are?
Separation of church and state.
Yeah, where are they?
Hiding.
Hey, wait, we can start our own thing. Why don't we sue Maine?
We can sue Maine. I'll sue Maine.
Do we know anybody in Maine? Because I don't know if we would have standing because we don't live there.
Oh, what was the representative who got censured?
Do we know him?
For face? She was on I don't know if it was with y'all or with Phil. she got censored for the Facebook post about trans sports. Remember that girl?
Oh, yes, I do
cannot remember her
remember.
name.
Wait, she was on with us, wasn't she?
No.
Was that okay? Somebody else. So truly, and look, I hear you. Some of you are like, but we want to evangelize them too. Great. We should. And Sharik Khan, whom someday we will get on the show. We met him in Dallas. He's willing to come. We talked to him. It's been a while, but we're going to get him. Okay. So we get that. That's happening right now. And many of them are turning to Christ. Praise God. He's an ex-Muslim. But you also have the reality of who they are while they're here and what they're trying to do. And so Allison's right. For the militant, and they all are, if they actually, I saw this weekend, if you follow the book, or there are 3 books, but if you follow what the Quran says, that's just straight up Islam. There's no violent, there's no extremist, there's no any of that with it. But when are we going to get the courage that they show, the audacity that they show in our country? Hello, and welcome back. Okay, you guys.
Okay.
It's time for Yammer.
Yammer.
What you got, y'all?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Did y'all see?
What?
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not good.
Oh, I did.
It's not good. I guess, like,
Allison,
Penn
look at
State.
this.
Y'all got issues.
Oh, I saw that.
Y'all got issues.
Yeah.
Y'all got drug and
Big
pedophilia issues.
Mm.
Okay. 13 Penn State fraternity brothers charged with running. It's not funny, Allison. A major cocaine trafficking ring with some pledges allegedly forced to cut and package cocaine as part of their indoctrination into the frats.
No, thank you.
What?
That that doesn't surprise me. That sounds like Alabama frat stuff.
What? Yeah, now you're forcing pledges? You're hazing them with illegal acts? I mean, I guess probably actually a lot of what they do is illegal, but now you're into drug trafficking.
No, that Alabama. Let's just say I heard about that stuff at Alabama, like commonplace. But Alabama and Penn State are like 2 of the worst frats in that regard. But yeah, the cocaine problem, at least in Alabama frats, was a big
using cocaine or
Mhm.
packaging and selling cocaine with your pledges?
Pledges cocaine
Oh,
with hazing.
gosh.
Cocaine with hazing was a big thing at Alabama frats. Allegedly.
Okay. What is that? Abs, that is terrifying.
Well, this is really scary.
Oh my gosh.
This is from Dr. Malouf, but I probably should save it. But this is so scary. I'm going to have to do it now. Is that okay?
Will you please send that to JP so he can show everybody what we're
Yes.
looking at?
Yes. JP, it's coming your way, man.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let's see if I can find it on. Is this Malouf you said?
Yeah, it's Dr. Malouf. It's
What's the story?
well, peering into the house through her door in the middle of the night. If I said this in a British accent, since it happened there, I know our stories are generally in Alabama, but this is terrifying. A Muslim migrant in the UK tries to force his way in. His eyes show nothing but madness. She called the police. This is the part, please, heaven help, because this also happened in Virginia, and that guy fled to Tajikistan. She called the police. They took him to the hospital, and then they released him.
I got the video, by the way.
When she asked what to do again if he returned, they told her, call again.
Okay, that's terrifying, y'all.
I mean, what do we do with that? Like, what do we do with that? I mean, because in Virginia, an Islamist immigrant, I believe, murdered somebody, allegedly. He committed a very violent crime. I do know that. And do you know what happened? he was given a 48-hour pass and he fled to Tajikistan. So we look at the UK and we go, ha ha ha, that's the UK. It's here. But that is terrifying. Just eyes right up to the door. And all you can see are his eyes, terrifying eyes. What is he trying to come in for? Some friendly conversation? Tea and crumpets? What?
And he didn't flinch. That she clearly has her phone light on and he knows she's recording and he just keeps his face. That's like serial killer stuff.
Did y'all see in Spain there was a round 2 of Moroccan migrants
Yes.
that barged through?
I did. And
Except
go ahead.
this time there were fire trucks there and they were spraying them with hoses to at least try and get them back. But yeah, it was the same city. There was another round of Moroccans.
Who's actually pulling the strings here? This is what I want to know. Like, who's really doing this?
I have a theory, but I don't know if we want to go there now.
Well, maybe we can go there
Maybe
during
later.
Muslim Minute. We can put it out because it is Tuesday. It's allegedly. It could be allegedly all day.
I'll just say it is. It's not who you expect it would be.
I am intrigued.
It's a certain nation.
I'm intrigued. Okay. All right.
All right. You want my Amber story?
Yes, sir.
This is football related, but the AP poll is finally out. Y'all want to guess where Bama landed on the AP poll?
We know.
We heard last night. How do you feel about that?
Well, they landed 13. I don't know. Listen, I literally don't remember a pre-Saban era of Bama football. So there's a part of it that's a bit refreshing. I'm not like the Bama fans that crash out of like, like the sky's falling. I kind of like being overlooked again because we're still good enough that we can do something, but we're also not like a Saban level team where everybody expects us to do something.
Mhm.
So I kind of like being the underdog. It's a little bit fun. Now, if we go like 8-4, I may be crashing out, but being 13,
Everybody remember that. Clip it.
13 before the season, it's kind of fun. Nobody expects us to be good.
Pressure's off.
I know.
Want to take a guess where Auburn fell?
It's
Keep going down.
Oh, there's no way.
We're not on there. 44.
Yeah, I was supposed to say the 40s.
Mm-mm.
That's okay. Nobody expects anything from us either. We're going to dominate.
Won't it be fun? The best game of the year is going to be the Iron Bowl. It's going to be great.
It has a potential to be the worst.
Guys, I do have an Auburn question.
Yes.
Will this be the year starting out with such a low ranking? Now look, all Alabama and Auburn both can only go up.
Abs. Don't ever say that.
What do you mean? They can only go up.
They can totally go down.
Auburn could definitely-
Allison, I'm being
Alabama-
optimistic.
Oh.
I'm being optimistic,
Oh. Well,
but I'm getting to a question.
unrealistic is what I call it.
I recognize that, but
Okay.
my child is there and I'd like to be happy
Okay.
for her in case she's watching. She's not. But is this the year, perhaps, if things go south and I don't even know how many teams are in the college football playoff system. Like, I don't even know how many teams there are.
12.
No, but like how many teams total?
Oh, I don't know. It's a lot.
A lot. Is this the year that perhaps Auburn learns that maybe we just let the football coach and not everybody else from look, I
Board of
appreciate
Trustees.
donors and the board of trustees. I genuinely do. This is not a joke, but at some point shouldn't we ask ourselves if we keep doing the same thing and we get the same result, why are we doing it? Are we sabotaging on purpose?
I don't think that era is gone because let's just say the guy who's now coaching for Florida should be coaching for Auburn if it wasn't for the board of trustees.
Fair.
So, and I don't even know if just the board of trustees, but apparently the athletic department wouldn't let. I'm talking about John Sumrall, who was the favorite to go to Auburn, but they wouldn't let him pick like his coaches. They wanted certain coaches to stay, and they wanted him to wait until after the Iron Bowl because if Dirk won, Dirk was going to be the so there. The shenanigans with all of that is still gone. So y'all could have Sumrall, but I would say this: Goal is just a very, very good coach, like very, very, very good. So I don't know if it'll happen year one, but eventually Goalish is going to have Auburn back. I don't know to what level, but I think he's going to get them headed in the right direction.
So for both of y'all, if he gets them back, and I believe he will, because War Eagle, is there a point at which all of the surrounding groups of people contributing to his coaching with their staff and their whatever, is there ever a point where he goes, okay, guys, I'll take it from here? Is that ever going to be allowed at Auburn?
I don't know. It's such an institution. I don't know what it is about Auburn, but it is like, there's like an Auburn deep state from the board of trustees standpoint of, I don't know if it's because like on Alabama's side, we had Saban, so they just kind of let Saban do his thing and didn't get involved, and Auburn didn't really have that. But it seems to be a specific Auburn problem where the board is just overreaching and helicopter. I don't get it. Maybe y'all know the dynamics and the people a little more than I do, but it seems like an Auburn specific issue.
I feel like it's a money thing.
The people
They're
with the money
so
or-
afraid of losing the funding that these people bring, so they just let them do what they want.
Yeah.
Which is not the way you should run a university. Well, we know in politics, you start compromising, you start doing things for the vote or for the next election or for the next donation. And yeah, it usually doesn't work out well. So I don't know. We'll show up anyway. We'll have a great time, but it would be nice to win. You're like, I'm going to be ticked if we go 8-4.
I am.
Gosh, I'd be thrilled.
It's true.
I'm just excited
Sad.
that college football. I kind of blinked and I feel like it was just spring, and now college football is about to be here. I'm pretty stoked.
That's what happened last night when the guy mentioned football and high school football this weekend, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, it's already here.
I know, and there's the high school football kid
Fabulous.
in me too. That's like, you can feel it in the air. You can feel the temperatures, and it's like, I do miss the high school football games. I've had a dream or two of me still running out on the field playing high school football.
You can go back.
No.
People would make fun of you, but you could.
Wear my Letterman jacket.
Yeah.
Did you see that old guy that went back to play college football? Did you see
I
that
did.
story yesterday?
Mhm.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's thinking. We're too old for those kinds of situations. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, ready for the montage?
Yes,
Is
sir.
your montage?
These license plate scanners that are going up across the country, they're called flock cameras.
Well, it's being studied right now. You know, you have pros and cons, right? It's being studied right now. We'll have an answer sort of as to our views on it over the next couple of weeks.
Iran's military reportedly offering a $30,000 bounty for any Iranian citizen who captures or kills a U.S. service member. The president of the United States, instead of his endless bluffs regarding the Strait of Hormuz, should be thinking about securing his own safety so that he doesn't have to resort to fleeing to a food truck.
We're being lied to about the deportation numbers. I think everyone kind of knows that at this point. Failure on this would set the party back to worse conditions of pre-Donald Trump. Young, particularly, male Republicans are just going to quit if we don't deliver this for them. This is the future of the party. It'll be a single issue voting block.
Have we seen so many mothers and women rally behind somebody who confessed to killing her 3 children? Many of us know that we could have been only one step away from doing some of those horrific things.
People that I thought were smart and serious, maybe this leaked from the lab. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So I went to Nightline. I said, hey, I'd like to do a story on, and they were like, great, yeah, let's do it. And we're ready to go. And the day that it's supposed to air, it gets reviewed and it comes back to me, and it is incomprehensible. Right there was an organized campaign by one of the guys who was funding the research at what was his name, Daszak or whatever, to get scientists to sign on and say there's no way there's a lab leak. Anybody who says that this came from the lab is participating in racism or something, and that really silenced.
There's another part of the clip where he mentioned the role Fauci played in making them not do the story.
When we get there, can we play that whole thing?
Yes.
What's his name?
Terry Moran.
Yeah, Terry
Oh, yeah.
Moran. He's like a moderate, I guess, now. But we can get to it later. I always find it funny with these centrists is that when it's convenient, they take a stand. It's like, oh, well, guys, Fauci made us be quiet. It's, oh, well, now that Fauci is getting bad headlines, now you feel comfortable to go against Fauci, whereas those on the right got their lives ruined, some of them, for going against Fauci. But now that it's comfortable and convenient, now the centrists will come. It's, anyways, but
fascinating. Okay. Number one, I guess we can stay on it for a minute because we're about to get a history lesson from Ernie Yarbrough about flock cameras. But here's what I'd love to know what you think are the pros and the cons. Going into that 11 o'clock conversation with Ernie, could you guys text in pros and cons of the flock camera? Because it seems with data centers, but more so with flock cameras, it sounds on its face like a great idea. Sure, we'll just read license plates. If you're, to some, it sounds like a good idea. I think it sounds like a horrific idea. But what do you guys think are your ideas of a pro and a con regarding flock cameras? And what do you think Trump's going to come out and finally say?
Let's make a list.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
What's a pro?
Pro is we stop crime.
Do you stop it? Can you prevent it? Or you're saying you...
Okay, well, let me rephrase it. You can save lives because you can catch criminals quicker with tracking of the license plates.
Okay.
So stopping crime, preventing crime, catching criminals earlier, all I would say is the top pro to flock cameras.
All right. All right. So a con is giving up your privacy.
Against the Constitution.
That's kind of a big one. But I guess we're supposed to overlook that, Allison.
It's warrantless searches. Everything is stored in a database that Flock has access to and can sell to anyone they would like to.
Stored on the cloud, right?
I don't know. And for 30, maybe 7 days, maybe they're changing that.
Another one that goes along with the con is we've seen people use it for nefarious purposes like stalking. And we make that like, oh, it's only a few people. Guys, those are only the ones we know about so far.
Yeah. And they're police officers. Those are the ones we're supposed to have the most trust in.
Yeah.
So there's potential abuse.
Yes.
Last I checked, unless they've changed the software, there's not even like a 2-factor authentication. What else?
Does somebody want to throw in a pro?
Well, really the only pro that I can think of, and it's the one that the pro flock cameras are leaning on so much, is how much crime that has been stopped and how much crime has been prevented, how many lives have been saved. Insert example here. Another one has been...
Hold on. How do you know how much crime has been stopped?
Well, it's the sheriffs that have talked about, like how many cases they've solved from flock.
Okay, so the crime happened. They just solved the crime.
They solved it quicker. Or for example, if, there's a murder and the guy's kind of on the loose and he could go and kill other people maybe, but they caught him quicker because of flock, instances like that. So that's been the main pro. And by the way, I'm not in support. I'm just, listing out the pros I've seen. But another one I've seen a lot of people say is, well, they've been these type of surveillance has been here for a long time and y'all just didn't know it. And it's, been a whole, so the only pros I've seen is that the crime it's prevented, stopped, lives have been saved. And, it's just been here for a long time. Y'all just didn't really know. Now it's just popular and people are catching on, but it's really been here for a long time.
There's something else that I would like the pros to help me understand is we catch criminals faster, which who's not for catching criminals faster? But I told you the story of what happened in the UK. I told you the story of what happened in Virginia, but right here in Alabama, you can be caught. you can be arrested and then you could be let go again rather quickly. Even murders, we talked to Paul DeMarco months ago about this. The sentencing we're talking about, the people that should be locked up and stay locked up, throw away the key, they're getting out. Oh, but they're off the street for a little while. Okay, but not forever. They're not held accountable. And so we're screwed while they're set free. Our sentencing minimums and our mandatory minimums are very low. So that should be included in the conversation of we catch criminals quicker. Okay, but how long are they staying locked up? And can you tell me they're not going to commit a crime again? Which then leads to a bigger question of what is jail for anyway? But that's not for today. But I'm just thinking of that, just thinking of the UK, Virginia, and it happens here as well, where people are just let out.
And the argument seems a little bit like the abortion. But what about in the instance we need to legalize abortion because of rape and incest? That's a teeny, tiny.
It's like 0.2%
percentage.
Yeah.
So we're just going to legalize abortion up to birth. Halfway through the birth canal, you can poke a hole in its head.
Yeah, go to Virginia. You can do it. They cheer you on for that. But for 0.2%. So if we agree that for 0.2% of the reasons that, like, can you agree then with us? I mean, this is.
I think it comes down to whether the pros are enough for us to overlook the blatant constitutional violation.
Okay.
And I think that's the crux of it.
I know you're not saying that. I know you're not saying that, but people argue that. If it's against the Constitution, it's against the Constitution. Either we have laws or we don't. You don't get to pick and choose which ones serve your purpose and which it's like the Bible. Either it's God is sovereign or he's not. Either the Bible is wholly true or it's not. You don't get to pick and choose what you like and what you don't like. So just saying that, if that's your argument, you've already lost.
Yeah. And that's essentially what the people in support of it have been saying, is that the pros outweigh the constitutional violations. And well, our constitution gets violated every day. So what's just one more? You know, I feel like that's been that's the crux of it. Now, the real question before we go to break is, when Trump does come to a decision, will he be in favor or against flock cameras? I'll say in favor.
I think he's going to be in favor. I don't want to be right. I don't think any of us want to be right about this, but he's such a law and order guy. But if somebody who presents the information to him is of a, hey, this is unconstitutional and a lot can go wrong with it, if they present it to him that way, maybe we have a chance. But my gut instinct is he's not going to like the flock cameras, but I think he's going to be for them.
I was going to say he's going to do whatever they tell him to do.
Yeah. I think if he gets enough sheriffs or enough whoever to tell Mr. President, we need these to keep America safe, he'll be.
Can we then use them to round up all the illegals and send them back? If we're going to keep them and just trample our Constitution?
It's true, but they probably don't have registered cars.
No, probably not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's probably going to come out for them. It's not going to be good, honestly. But he has such bad advisors.
He really does.
He should call us.
We're available.
Dang it. I'm still rooting for him.
Yeah.
I really am. Okay, when we come back, I hope we have Representative Ernie Yarbrough on the other side talk about flock cameras and the constitutionality and kind of give us a little history lesson of why, I don't know, maybe he's on the side of there's some good purposes. There's some good reasons. I don't know. We'll talk to him. We'll get to allegedly. We'll be back.
Where are our officials going to, or when are they going to gain it for themselves and decide that they're going to fight back? How long can you remain ignorant of history? And I have a question, and this is an uncomfortable question. And I've been waiting to ask it because I saw this on Thursday while I was moving Molly in. And I thought, this is interesting as a mother with daughters.
As a wife.
And as a wife, you're right. And a sister. Would people be more concerned? I'm just asking, allegedly. Okay, allegedly. Do you hear me? Do you read our ticker? Allegedly. Do you think people would be more concerned about Islam if we could see and maybe let the women who are covered up from head to toe? Do we understand in some cases what that's covering up? Is that covering up abuse?
Oh.
Is that covering up women being beaten? Is that covering up women who have been raped by their husbands? Because it is. I mean, look at the videos on Twitter. Look at how they treat their wives. Look at what they're allowed to do. Do you think more people would be concerned if you could see that instead of that being covered up? Because their motives are quite naked. But the people that they're taking out their violence on are completely covered up, and you're not even really allowed to talk to them or look at them. But would that get people's, like, would the hair on the back of their neck stand up and they go, oh, maybe we should do something? If you could see that, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Just asking questions.
That's not an angle that I had considered before. And then I started thinking about it last week and I thought, oh, holy cow. Would you care then?
Well, how about, I just assumed it was some, like I haven't ever, okay, you see Muslims running around in their niqabs, right?
That's good.
They're knickerbockers.
Yes, that's right.
And they're hijabidities.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't really think about why they're wearing them. And so the Muslim men don't lust after them, right?
Yeah, apparently not.
Because their eyeballs aren't hot, but their cheeks are.
Yeah, and even their ankles are.
Their ankles.
And toes.
Nobody has pretty ankles.
Not a single soul.
Anyway. Okay, and then you look and you see these little 3-year-old girls running around in knickerbockers. And that's where you're like, these people are a bunch of sick people. Really? This is so you don't lust after the 3-year-old girl? You nasty. Really?
Well, they do marry 6-year-olds, so.
It's awful if you think about what they're doing and why those poor 3-year-olds that are, I mean, you're just learning how to walk. How do you learn how to ride a bike in those things?
Carefully. Do you see the woman swimming in the ocean in her knickerbocker?
Yes.
And her husband coming out?
Yes. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And have you watched the women eat? You have to pull up that thing so you can eat your ice cream cone under.
I saw that. I wondered if JP would play it. That almost needs to go on Clown World. Yes.
Yeah, you're like,
but it really brings you to this question. It begs the question, what are we not allowed to see because so many of them are covered? What are we not allowed to really think about, like Allison is saying, because they're covered up? Why are you covering up a 3-year-old? Why are you lifting your face to slip some food in? Like, why?
Because that cheeseburger is really seductive.
It is very seductive. So
actually, you remember Paris Hilton and the Hardee's commercial?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe now. Maybe the cheeseburgers will get you. But
I'm just asking questions. You make very good points, but this is what we're dealing with. And really kind of circling back around to the beginning of the show when we're talking about the strength that they have executing their plan. And we're like, well, but the First Amendment gives them free speech. Really? Does it give them free speech to lay hands on their women or marry young or female genital mutilation? We are known as a cutting state. But the women are completely left out of the conversation because they're covered up and almost forgotten. How is that okay in America?
Of America. No one, koi Michael Ali who can stop you from becoming a president. Dream big, have a vision. Because if Barack Hussein Obama can be a president, Sohaib Jawad cannot be a president? Tell me. He's going to be a president. He's talking about that the Muslims will take over Mecca. They used to laugh at him. What happened? What is Mecca now? Where is Mecca? It's coming. Change is coming to America. And what is Allah telling us? Kuntum khayra ummatin. You are the best of nations. You're better than everybody else. That's what Allah is saying. Let's work towards that. Let's work towards a Muslim mayor. Next election that comes in, nominate people for the school board of education. Next election that comes here, nominate people for the local township. Begin the demographics change. People converted. There's a big, huge conversion going on in this country. But where are the converts? They just convert and they're gone in the wilderness. The other thing, children. Muslims have the highest population. Average, they did a Pew Foundation did a research study, Pew Foundation, and they said that Muslim household average is 3.4 child per family. The white American has 1 child per family. We're already beating the march because these are voters. These are not just babies being born in hospitals. These are voters. That's the way a politician looks at it. We have to change the framework and start looking at things from a different lens, different angle. For future, you're not going to change society today in your lifetime, but you think about your grand.
So they're more theologic in their thinking than we are. They're having children to raise them as arrows to shoot into the universe. Also, they're here to dominate and then to destroy us. Sure. Okay. Also, is that the same? What city was that in?
I'll have to go find it.
Because y'all did see where the slaughter of animals has been approved in yet another city in America, and then backyard slaughtering is allowed. Welcome back to the Right Side. Did you enjoy snack time?
I still have a little bit of my snack left.
That's a good snack right
It's
there.
just Ernie. He's apparently eating a burrito anyway.
Well, we thought we'd all join in and just have a snack, you know. So, hi, I'm Amy Beth. She's Allison. He's JP. We are the Right Side. And we are going to continue our conversation about flock cameras, but this time with State Representative Ernie Yarbrough and a bill that he's going to file. And Ernie's also going to educate us about the Fourth Amendment. Welcome to the show, sir. Good morning, and how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you guys doing?
We're well.
It's snack time here, so it's good.
I got all these notes up here. I guess I should have pulled my notes down from my office here. Sorry about that. All my secret plans. You guys can't see all those secret plans.
I missed the red strings, like the crazy, where are those? I figured Ernie has the red connect the dots.
Well, I'm actually at my Morgan County legislative office, so I had to stop by to do some legislative work. And so it's easier to do that and have a video call with you guys, my 4 kids at home.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when I'm home, it means that I am communal property.
Which is true.
Good parents should be.
Mm-hmm.
As a good parent should be.
Well, then apparently I'm killing it.
So, the talk of the town, and I know it's been around a while, we've had this discussion, but talk to us about flock cameras and your bill, and also educate us a little bit, because for one of the reasons Allison brought up earlier was just that the Fourth Amendment's getting trampled on, and people are like, oh, we ruin, we don't take the Constitution seriously in this area, so it's okay. It's no problem. But could you give us a little bit of an education, please?
Well, I will certainly do my best and share from my heart what I believe as a father, husband, and a citizen of this country and of Alabama. The problems that we face in our nation is because we have had too many men in particular who have abandoned principled thinking. And they don't understand the very nature of leadership, in my humble opinion. That probably is a bold and maybe an arrogant thing to say, or sounds that way. But I think that ultimately all problems we face are leadership problems. And so our founding fathers left to us a document. I would say taking on the world superpower at the time probably was tumultuous, probably some concerns for safety, probably some concerns for, I don't know, maybe having soldiers quartered in your home. I read that somewhere, But they thought that our rights were so important that in the face of tremendous danger, they doubled down on safeguarding our freedoms and liberties. because they understood that ultimately the best way to secure freedom and liberty is to make it the right of the most people possible under the blessing of God. And when you do that and people band together, which is why Patrick Henry in his Give Me Liberty, Give Me Death speech said, look, if we've got 2 or 3 millions of people locked together in such a holy cause, we're invincible of any force brought against us. So the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution, the right of the people to be secure in their persons. Now, I would suspect that if you had somebody peeking in your blinds, you probably would not feel secure. And the question that should be asked is, does that right to security extend beyond my home? Well, if it doesn't extend to public property that we pay for with our tax dollars, what's even the point of having a constitution and amendments and liberties and bills of rights? They mean nothing. So if we're going to actually take the Constitution seriously, our state motto, we dare defend our rights. Okay. Or how about Article 1, Section 35 of our state constitution? The sole object and the only legitimate end of government is to protect the citizen in the enjoyment of life, liberty, and property. And when government becomes abusive of these ends, it is usurpation and oppression. Like, I think we should have, like, I don't really do tattoos, but maybe we should make a law that every legislator has to get one tattoo, and it's Article 1, Section 35, right? So my fundamental job as a legislator isn't to fund education. It's not to fund roads. It's not to do economic development. Do I want good roads? Yeah, I don't want my dad's dentures falling out when he drives over Lawrence County roads. Yeah. You know, do I want education? Yeah, I don't want kids who can't read, can't think, don't love their country. Do I want to have jobs? Yeah. I mean, like my dad says, I've solved problems with money and without money. I have a preference, right? Money is a really useful tool. But I love the police, love firefighters, but I love our liberties more. And we have to, as a people, get back to thinking principled. If I ask a fellow legislator, what is your fundamental job? What is the one thing you are tasked to do? And you're told things like make roads better, fund education, pass the budgets. There's a fundamental misunderstanding of what my job is. My job as a legislator is our state motto in Article 1, Section 35, or in a nutshell, when I put my hand up on the word of God and I raise my other hand and I swear, my fundamental job is to be faithful to the oath that I swore. And that was to, under God, protect and defend the United States and Alabama constitutions. That's my job. And if I do any and everything else but that job, I'm a failure and I'm a traitor. Right? So we need to let that diffuse into our souls. America 250, we just celebrated that. They pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor over principle. So do our conversations begin with principle? What does the Constitution say? Right? What does it say? Or is it, well, what do I need for the X, Y, and Z? And that's bass backwards. You have to start with what my sworn duty is to uphold. Right? Your husband could pay your bills. He could take out the trash for you. But if he's got him a little side chick and beats the mess out of you, you're probably going to say you're felon. Like your priorities are out of whack. Yeah. Right? So our Lord said, he that's faithful in little is faithful in much. So we have to be willing to actually, as people, lead our people to think that where you start with any of this is not, does it make a policeman's job easier? Does it solve crime? That's where we start with none of this. What does the Constitution of the United States and Alabama say on this issue? And if we don't start there, we will sell our people downriver.
What is the fundamental responsibility of law enforcement?
Great question. I'm glad you asked. Let me ask you two ladies a question. Who is the person or entity fundamentally responsible for your safety?
Our sheriffs? I mean, if we're talking law enforcement or our person.
No, it's
Who is the person or entity?
it'd be us
Fun-
and
I
Jared
mean,
and
we are,
Chris.
yeah, our families. Yeah.
You. Not the police, not the sheriff. Nope. And then here's why that's important. It's important because the head of the Alabama Sheriff Association came out a few years ago opposed to con carry. Said the Second Amendment needed to be modified.
What is con carry for people that may not know?
Sure, we're not carrying cons around like con artists. It's constitutional carry, right?
Okay.
So in other words, Second Amendment, we actually believe that, right? You have a right to keep and bear arms, and you don't have to pay for it. Like in England, back in the 1800s, when they got taxed for sunlight, and so they boarded up their windows of their house. And if you were wealthy, you had one window unboarded for your reading room. Anyway, because sunlight is a gift of the government. So, or as it says in the 5th grade textbook trying to be put in Alabama schools, I read it, and at Salmon Library at UH, your rights come from the government. That's a separate interview we should have about textbooks in Alabama. I got pictures. Oh yes, it's incredible. So when you see serve and protect on the side of a police car, what are they tasked with fundamentally serving and protecting? It's not me, not you. Nope. It is your liberties and freedoms. Because someone's trying to take your liberties and freedoms, your property from you, do some evil thing, and their fundamental job is to protect your and mine liberties and freedoms, right? Anything else they do should be supplemental and supportive to that one goal and that one job. I have the same responsibility as a state legislator. My fundamental job is to uphold the constitutions and protect your liberty and freedom. And in maximizing your ability to be free and full of liberty and full of self-defense and full of Fourth Amendment, all the things, you will be so well positioned to defend yourself, to protect yourself, that crime will be, it's like Patrick Henry said, 2 to 3 million people, arms locked together, we're invincible, right? So I want a strong citizenry. I want a smart citizenry. I want a citizenry that is armed to the teeth and also is compassionate and loving and kind. Because ultimately, the job of law enforcement, the job of police, the job of state legislators, the job of public servants fundamentally is to be faithful to the oath that we swore. You are responsible for your safety. You are responsible for the education of your children. You are responsible, you and me. And if we don't start there and we assume that the government or some public entity is responsible for the fundamental things that God requires me to be responsible for, that's how communism is born.
So I hear and appreciate everything that you have said. And still there are people that are listening going, yeah, but okay, that sounds good. But we just want to be safe. And aren't you against safety and criminals being caught? Aren't you just not for that? Answer that person.
Sure. I'm preparing and thinking on this topic. I'm listening to the Daily Detail podcast, and it tells the story of a man who's been on death row since 1998 for double homicide. Okay. I don't feel good about that. A man who in Decatur is convicted of sexually abusing a child 5 years ago and finally gets sentenced. Right? So why is it that my father could go to school, and then when I was a kid, I still saw people go to public school with guns in the back of their truck windows, shooting after school with the school leadership? Never a situation of gun violence in school. There was a problem. Bubba and Tommy took care of it on the playground. Right? The problem wasn't because they lacked technology or they had extra technology to keep them to know that you're being watched. Right? The problem is that when necessary, mom and daddy, they got toe up from the flow up. Right? They enforced righteousness in their home and in the schools. But because we're too concerned about losing federal tax dollars, we don't want to do prayer, Jesus in the schools, discipline, whatever, because that's, so many wonderful rabbit trails we could go down. But we have to actually believe that instilling righteous and godly character in our people and our children is more important than government subsidies. And if we're not willing to address the fundamental issue of character, it doesn't matter if you put cameras everywhere. It doesn't matter if you grab the tiger by the wrong end it's a losing proposition every time. And as Benjamin Franklin said, that's why I've been thinking and praying about this. I put it up on Facebook yesterday, right? The individual who trades freedom for security deserves neither.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to have mass security, as it were, mass levels of lower and lower crime, is to have a whole bunch of citizens who will gladly open the door for Meemaw or put a bullet in a pervert. Because that has a salutary effect on society. Could you have mass surveillance like China or whatever and say, oh, we caught you as you were about to do that? Well, you could, sure. That also is like the mindset of like, I think it was a chief of police. He said, well, if you're against these cameras, you're probably doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Mm.
Well, that's like saying, you know why? I know why Allison and Beth got walls on their house. Mm-hmm. They're cooking meth. Right?
It's just sourdough, people.
That's all.
It's bass backwards. No, that's retarded. No, we have walls because we value our privacy as law-abiding citizens. And what in the world does it mean, Fourth Amendment, to be securing your persons if that you don't get the right to know that I'm going to Lowe's? It ain't none of your daggum business that I'm going to Lowe's, a pawn shop, or to Six Flags. It's none of your business. I'm a citizen. I'm a law-abiding citizen, pound sand. And if we as elected officials can't remember what it's like to be a citizen who just wants to live free or die, like, what are we doing? Like, I didn't get involved in politics so that I could file bills to move a yardstick 4 feet. I mean, no, I'm going to move the needle for freedom and liberty so that my kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids will come, hopefully, one day to my tombstone and say, Lord, thank you that this man was my dad, my granddad. Like, thank you that he stood and was willing to fight when it was hard. Do you think it was easy to be a founding father? Like, when has it ever been easy to fight for freedom? It doesn't mean that there's not crime to be dealt with. I understand that. Like Antifa, BLM, not for that, right? There's ways that law enforcement's job has been made ridiculously and just stupidly hard because people, it's like the whole Carrington, whatever that woman who clotheslines Sophie Cunningham or whatever, it's like white privilege. Like, no, it's not. You're a person who lacks character and you deserve what you get.
So this is treating the symptom, not the disease. This is another instance of government thinking they are going to solve this the right way when really it's a culture heart issue. I'm curious though, because on the heels of saying that, I found Shelby County's bids, their bid yesterday for surveillance cameras. This actually started in 2024. I had no idea. Signed by our county manager. It has the cost per unit, their monthly payment. It has everything in there. I'm still kind of collecting information on that.
Me too.
Our tax dollars are paying for our warrantless surveillance.
So that means
legal?
That means we can stop it.
Okay, so is this where we do need normally I'm for less government. Do we need government intervention? Do we need Alabama to step in and do something about this? Because it seems like our county managers, our commissions, our city councils, our sheriffs, not all, but are kind of doubling down on this.
Well, as a side note, I'm glad you brought that up, but it's so bad that LAPD, as in California, not as in LA, as in lower Alabama, but as in Los Angeles, they just canceled their contract with Flock.
So what are we doing here?
So maybe we should follow California's conservative example. So the answer to, here's part of what needs to be understood in the optics of things. Okay. We have a gas tax out of nowhere, real quick, down people's throats. We have a PSC bill, real quick, down people's throats, right? We have Flock cameras that seem to be like the second movie in Lord of the Rings, the two towers, where they're riding on their little horses or whatever to take refuge in Helm's Deep. And so the dwarf is talking. He is like, there's this ridiculous proposition that the women dwarves look just like the men dwarfs. And he's like, it's the beard, right? And he's like, which has of course led to the ridiculous idea that dwarves just spring out of holes in the ground, right? As opposed to regular propagation. So Flock cameras, they seem to spring out of holes in the ground. Nobody sees them put them up. Nobody sees a flock installation crew. They just spring out of holes in the ground. So whether it's legislation that's controversial, whether it's things that touch our Fourth Amendment basic, how you do things matter. Doesn't mean that there wasn't a conversation needed to be had about our roads needing to be fixed. Doesn't mean there's not a conversation to be had about PSC commissioners or whatever. Doesn't mean there's not a conversation to be had about cameras. But the way you start that conversation is not by asking for forgiveness. The way you start that conversation is not by signing, documents that you agree to destroy documents before they go public. Right? Hello, was it Bessemer or whatever?
Whoa, I haven't heard that
Oh,
one.
yeah, it was all over the news. It got brought out because it was a FOIA or whatever, where the city council, I believe it was in Bessemer, they agreed to destroy documents with the developer of what was the data center. But still, the point being is that not wooden flock cameras, but data center, or people that sign NDAs and then elected officials and then lie to their people. We don't know about X, Y, or Z. Right. So my point being is that it doesn't mean that there's not conversations to be had about needs. Right. But as elected officials, you don't run roughshod over your people.
Mm-hmm.
They're our neighbors, our family, our friends. They're FUBU, right? They're for us, by us, for crying out loud. So you start with, hey, not flock cameras. We'll just get a bunch in. Maybe we'll back off a little bit, like Flock said. We'll go from 30 to 7 days now. No, you start with, hey, here's the problem. Why don't have a town hall and talk about it?
Right.
But instead, we just assume the answer is just run roughshod over people, and then you just get over it.
Gaslight them when they disagree or have questions.
That's not how you honor your neighbor. It's very dishonoring, and people have a right to be mad about it. I mean, I'm a husband, father, and citizen before I'm a state rep. I'm mad about it. If nothing else, just because you feel disrespected on something that's so near and dear to what you view to be an American. So let's not be afraid of having conversations with our people, like data centers. Okay, I'm not all against data centers, but if there's conversations to be had about water, power, noise pollution, location, placement, great revenue stream, great. But let's have the conversation with our people and say, look, here's the positives, here's the negatives. What are your concerns? Mm-hmm. How can we address them?
Yep, that's right.
That's how you honor your neighbor, by having a conversation with them. You don't run over people. It's just bad. Not only is it bad governance, it's just rude.
It's true.
Rude.
It's so rude.
It's just rude. We have about 1 minute. I just want any last minute thoughts, what we should be doing. Do you have any suggestions on how to approach legislators or your city council? Or I'm guessing it's not like bum rush the stage and take over. How do we start this conversation? If you're listening, what's the first thing you should do?
Well, I would sit down with your county commission and your city council and say, look, we need to have a meeting. We need to have a public hearing on this issue. And we're going to come with questions. We want to know, how is this paid for? When did this start? And we want to put the brakes on all of this. And you're going to have a conversation with the people that you represent, right? We're going to have to force the conversation. Mm-hmm. I would certainly call your legislators. I intend to be involved in this conversation. Like, this is like a Rubicon type of situation here.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's highly important, but none of this works if our people are not involved. You have to go to your county commission, go to your city council, call your legislators, set up public hearings, and demand answers. Because,
and if they won't answer, that's an issue, and you have your answer.
Yes,
that's right. Because I don't answer to the Alabama Sheriff Association or the Hospital Association or the BCA or the Porch Creek Indians or Alpha or Forestry or ones that maybe I might a small the IF. What is that? The small.
You don't answer to Rightside Media. You don't answer.
I answer to God and the people who elected me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have a heart of love for my state and a heart of love for my country, I should never run from that. I should embrace it because I love my home.
Imagine accountability.
Representative Ernie Yarbrough, always entertaining and informative. which is what we shoot for here at the Right Side as well. So you're a natural fit. Keep us posted.
You bring out the best in me.
Well, I don't know where the burrito went, but you can get back to it now.
Well, I know where part of it is, and the other part is just sitting right over there.
Very delicious.
Also,
You make my tummy.
have a great day. Keep us updated,
Yes,
and I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Godspeed. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Oh, he's a nut.
Bless it. This is so enjoyable.
Yeah, like sometimes he'll show up to places in a kilt.
Yeah, he's
Plays the bagpipe.
only Ernie. That's what we need to say with him. It's just only Ernie. He gets away with it because he can.
Y'all remember Just Jack from
Just Jack.
That's-
Just Ernie.
Yep, that's it.
Just Ernie.
We'll be back.
So let's just throw that in the conversation with him, talking about all the plans that they have. I'm sorry, I just saw that over the weekend and I wondered if you'd seen it too. Your thoughts on what that very pleasant man said from his pulpit? I don't even know what that's called for them.
JP, that's the opposite of fun.
That's why I asked y'all.
That was not fun.
That was the worst one I've seen yet. That one made me want to punch a wall. And it is so maddening because we sit and I look at what's happening in Texas. Y'all, Greg Abbott is a biscuit. Greg Abbott is not one of us. He is my latest target. I am so over that man. He is bought and paid for by Muslims and Pakistanis, and he is such a liar. Okay. Did y'all see the whole Islamic foot wash thing that went down
In the DFW airport?
Mhm.
Yes. And Greg Abbott came out and said, "Oh, we will not stand for that. That is illegal." Well, y'all, they're already there. Taxpayers have already funded them. He is just using semantics to make himself look less sus because that's exactly what he is. They wanted to install more. So their tax dollars are going to be used and have been for foot washes for Muslims only. That is illegal. And Governor Abbott just looks away. And the way Texas goes is the way America goes. I hate to say it, but we're watching it happen. It's like when he went back on the Epics. God, now you've done it, JP.
Now you've done did
You
it.
done did it. The stupid Epic City or Meadowbrook or whatever they're calling it now. What are they calling it?
Something with Meadow in it,
And-
to make it less horrible.
Yes, the Meadows. They don't have permits and they're building these buildings and they don't have Go mow him down, Greg Abbott, but he won't because he is bought off. And it is our elected officials that are selling us down the road. Because that man, whoever that guy is, means what he's saying, and they have a plan and they are executing their plan very, very well.
Mm.
And our elected officials are allowing them a Muslim commission in Maine to examine and get more Muslims. I don't even know. What are they going to do? Put in more Muslim things in Maine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's legal. Where is the freedom from religion, whatever those stupid people are?
Separation of church and state.
Yeah, where are they?
Hiding.
Hey, wait, we can start our own thing. Why don't we sue Maine?
We can sue Maine. I'll sue Maine.
Do we know anybody in Maine? Because I don't know if we would have standing because we don't live there.
Oh, what was the representative who got censured?
Do we know him?
For she was on I don't know if it was with y'all or with Phil, but she got censured for the Facebook post about trans sports. Remember that girl?
Oh, yes, I do
cannot remember her
remember.
name.
Wait, she was on with us, wasn't she?
No.
Was that okay? Somebody else. So truly, and look, I hear you. Some of you are like, but we want to evangelize them too. Great. We should. And Sharik Khan, whom someday we will get on the show, we met him in Dallas. He's willing to come. We talked to him. It's been a while, but we're going to get him. Okay. So we get that. That's happening right now. And many of them are turning to Christ. Praise God. He's an ex-Muslim. But you also have the reality of who they are while they're here and what they're trying to do. And so Allison's right. For the militant, and they all are if they actually I saw this weekend. If you follow the book, or there are 3 books, but if you follow what the Quran says, that's just straight up Islam. There's no violent, there's no extremist, there's no any of that with it. But when are we going to get the courage that they show, the audacity that they show in our country? Where are our officials going to, or when are they going to gain it for themselves and decide that they're going to fight back? How long can you remain ignorant of history? And I have a question, and this is an uncomfortable question. And I've been waiting to ask it because I saw this on Thursday while I was moving Molly in. And I thought, this is interesting. As a mother with daughters.
As a wife.
And as a wife, you're right. And a sister. Would people be more concerned? I'm just asking, allegedly. Okay, allegedly. Do you hear me? Do you read our ticker? Allegedly. Do you think people would be more concerned about Islam if we could see and maybe let the women who are covered up from head to toe? Do we understand in some cases what that's covering up? Is that covering up abuse?
Oh.
Is that covering up women being beaten? Is that covering up women who have been raped by their husbands? Because it is. I mean, look at the videos on Twitter. Look at how they treat their wives. Look at what they're allowed to do. Do you think more people would be concerned if you could see that instead of that being covered up? Because their motives are quite naked. But the people that they're taking out their violence on are completely covered up, and you're not even really allowed to talk to them or look at them. But would that get people's, like, would the hair on the back of their neck stand up and they go, oh, maybe we should do something? If you could see that, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Just asking questions.
That's not an angle that I had considered before. And then I started thinking about it last week and I thought, oh, holy cow. Would you care then?
Well, how about, I just assumed it was some, like I haven't ever, okay, you see Muslims running around in their niqabs, right?
That's good.
They're knickerbockers.
Yes, that's right.
And they're hijabidities.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't really think about why they're wearing them. And so the Muslim men don't lust after them, right?
Yeah, apparently not.
Because their eyeballs aren't hot, but their cheeks are.
Yeah, and even their ankles are.
Their
apparently.
ankles.
And toes.
Nobody has pretty ankles.
Not a single soul.
Anyway. Okay, and then you look and you see these little 3-year-old girls running around in knickerbockers. And that's where you're like, these people are a bunch of sick people. Really? This is so you don't lust after the 3-year-old girl? You nasty. Really?
Well, they do marry 6-year-olds, so. Hello, and welcome back. So, our last block of the day.
How did you just text yourself?
Because I have some kind of setting and I send things to myself all day long. Isn't that weird?
That's weird.
Yeah. Recipes, stories, stats. Send it to myself. All right. So we're going to do the Muslim minute.
Muslim.
And then I can't bring myself to say that. And then we have allegedly.
Allegedly.
But first, JP, what do you have for us today?
This is going to be great.
On a cheerful note, it's time for the
Muslim
minute with Charlie.
Divide and conquer. Allah says you are in the arena fighting, and the angels are witnessing over you. We are going to own the world. Anybody running for power in the world today, and you have the power to go and vote, you're going to put the imam in front of that and say, how much of this would-be leader is in alignment with my imam?
Go take, by the authority of the law of God, take what is yours. We live in a country that allows us to take, and we can fight for it.
Why is the other side not getting killed? Why are they not being decapitated? It will come. Don't worry. In fact, Islam is on a trajectory of the most incredible growth imaginable. It will continue as promised by Allah, and it will overtake the world as promised by Allah. He trained these two boys in fighting. He trained them with the sword. He trained them in how to fight. And Abbas was a master of fighting. Two brothers were together. They did everything in tandem, and they were very effective. They were killing the enemy constantly. They were really effective. They were young boys, Aun and Muhammad, but they were very effective. Zainab alayhi salam is watching this. This is her two sons. I asked, look, we have children. Who could bear to see that? Who could bear to see that that living child shall not be alive anymore, but will be alive in the next world in the state of Shahada? Can you imagine, mothers, after your children have just become martyred, that you go and do salah? You go and thank Allah? This is the level of ibadah and iman you and I need to have. Ala la'natullah ila al-qawm al-zalimin.
JP, you did it again. Dadgummit.
We just have to sandwich the bad with the good.
Oh, I don't know where the sandwich is.
Allegedly will be the sandwich of the good.
So who is standing in between what they promise will happen? Who's
me
going
and you
to
and
stand?
JP.
Who?
That's it.
We better get to it. I mean, because what are they saved for? If he kept saying the angels are watching over you, that's number one. What are they saved for? Because we have no rights in that cult, but they do. What are they saved for? So that they can go enjoy their virgins in paradise and that women can be forever beautiful? That's what their book says. That's what they're taught. But what are they saved for? Because I don't see any happiness. I don't see any joy. I don't see transformed lives. I see lives bent on making people either repent or be killed. But for what? Because in Christianity, we repent and we are given the promise of eternal life and a life with God forever. And it transforms our life from old to new. And we are more joyful and more patient and more long-suffering and all the fruits of the Spirit that take our whole life to develop. But we are transformed into the likeness of Christ. What are they transformed into except monsters?
Well, that's it. I mean, that's what Muhammad created. That's what Medina turned into, was a hostile takeover, because being nice wasn't working.
That's right.
In Mecca. So they decided to take over and kill and dominate through violent means. And that's what they continue to be. And we say, but it's okay. Let them put the church in. Let them put that mosque and that school. They just want to be your neighbor.
Mm-hmm. And the other aspect of it, we always talk about how they use our rights against us. But the funny part is they're openly saying that. The part of the clip that struck me the most was when he said, we live in a country that allows us to take it over. And we are on a trajectory that Allah will promise us. But the part of, like, guys, he's almost saying to his, I don't know if he called it congregation, whatever. If like, guys, we live in the United States. They're letting us do it. All we have to do is do it. They will let us. So we have to be aware of that's their goal. And again, they're twisting our rights against us they're gaslighting us with what they say our rights are. We have to have a backbone to not allow it. But they're saying it with their own mouths, like the clip yesterday where he asked for them to engage in the political process to elect Muslims because we're having more kids in them. We will outnumber them eventually. And then today he's saying, this nation with our laws is allowing us to do this. So all you have to do is just do it. So then that's the whole point of the Muslim Minute. It's not to black pill you, it's to make you aware of what they're doing. Because every time we play a clip, I feel like we get messages of people that are like, I had no idea this was going on. Like the one imam in Huntsville. It's like, I had no idea this was right down the road from me. What do I do? How do I fix this? So that's the goal. It's not to scare you, it's to educate you on what they are trying to do. Because when they come and they say, oh, we just want to be friendly neighbors in your neighborhood with our school, now you have the education and the knowledge to know that's not the goal. The goal is to come into us and then subvert from our community within. So that's the whole reason is to let you know what their goal is. And they make it clear. They don't hide it.
Well, that was joyful.
Okay. But now we got to go to allegedly, which will be fun.
Okay. It's time for
allegedly. Who wants to go first?
Would you like to go first?
I always go first.
I can go first.
Okay, you go first.
We'll just go in that order today.
I got a funny.
Let's go bass backwards.
Okay.
That was great.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I have quite the allegedly. I'm not a tattoo guy myself.
Well, neither is Ernie Yarbrough.
And neither is Ernie. I don't mind them too much. However, I won't put the bumper stickers on my body. It's just not my taste. I also don't think
honk if you love Jesus.
Yeah, you just get that on my neck. Everybody's constantly honking at me as I'm in the grocery store. But I don't like it myself. I also don't think it's classy for our representatives in Congress to have tattoos. I don't know if y'all saw this or not. Allison's face, I think she did.
I did, but I didn't read the story.
So Nancy Mace, who is on the way out, okay, she done lost, and she's taking her ball and going home. Well, she has launched a YouTube show, and she has unveiled that in her time in Congress, she had tattooed her whole body. Essentially, it kind of coincides with her losing her mind a little bit. She's been showing it on her body, but she went on her first YouTube show and showed the world. Brace yourselves, people. Gird your loins, okay? Because
loins are girded.
It jump scared me. But this is what a current or not current anymore, but this is what a representative
She's still in Congress.
Looked like with her tattoos on her body.
Well, it says justice, and I guess that's Jesus.
Is that Jesus and some flowers? Those are flowers from state of South Carolina.
Is that a toucan?
I think it looks like a toucan, even though I bet she thinks it's an eagle.
I'll be honest, it's trashy. I don't like our representatives looking trashy. Now, I get it. She may not be showing the tattoos on the floor, but those are not great tattoos. Am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong, because
that's like trashy tattoos.
Well, it's all about placement too. If you're going to get them, and some people can carry them off, and some people can't. And I'm not for all them like Crayola colored in tattoos. I just like the black and white versions anyway. But this is
look. There's a line.
It is a line. I bet it's the line of the tribe of Judah. That's probably what it is.
It's Aslan.
It is Aslan. That's awesome.
So you'd be okay if they didn't have color?
Well, no, I just don't like even the placement of them on her. And I done jump scared when I saw them. But I don't mind tattoos. But that I agree. It scarred me. I just was like, what in the world?
It'd be one thing if they were classy, okay?
Well, what makes a classy tattoo? I just don't even know. Is
Bible
it
that's not classy? Like Bible verse, I love
a martini glass.
Like you see them a little tiny bit, just kind of a watermark.
What about
right
like
here?
A dolphin?
I don't love them dolphins on people's body, or even like Sun Tzu warrior. Like I'm not for that either.
Like the color tattoos of just the flowers on her, like that's just gross. I don't like it.
Somebody said she went from Charleston to Myrtle Beach real fast.
Yes.
That is funny. But she just, I don't know. I just don't know.
So I don't know.
I don't mind them, but I don't like that.
But hold on.
Yes.
Let's pause.
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
y'all hear why she said she got those tattoos?
Because she was in a state of duress.
She's losing her mind.
She said they provided her the pain she needed to feel.
You see, that person should not be in Congress.
I'm sorry. Was that the modern version of cutting?
Yes.
Like if you're like, I need to feel pain, you need to go home. Go home.
Well, she is.
Go to the house and tattoo yourself all you want.
Because
but if you're,
love, that's a you problem.
If you're walking to the floor and you're voting on a bill, it's like, I need to feel pain, so I'm going to vote yes on the bill. Like that's not what we need.
Maybe she was healing from them tattoos and some of the days where she had her whole outfits on and she was a little angry when she's giving some floor speeches. Maybe now we know why.
So
she was a little bitter.
I don't know. I just felt troubled when seeing that. That did not seem like a healthy person. But she's going and doing her YouTube show, so maybe she's in her right world.
You know what it's called? Did you see it?
Oh my word! What's it called?
It's called Get Maced.
Oh gosh.
No, it don't. No, it don't be called that.
Lying, I'm dying.
Get maced.
Get maced.
Wow.
Wonder what she has, what kind of channel she has after this.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's gonna come out after she loses. She's gonna have like neck tattoos and sleeves, and Massey's gonna come out and he's gonna have like it's the loser crowd. They're getting tattooed up.
I won't judge that. I mean, if you want to get a tattoo, I guess I it's not my thing. But I think she needs a hug and some Jesus.
And probably some Reese's peanut butter cups.
That might help a lot.
By the way,
help her.
did you have you eaten any of your Reese's in your goodie bag?
No, but I hit them. I hit them because, I don't know if you know this, JP, but mamas keep candy hidden around because we have our stash.
They're right by the cigarettes in the freezer.
Yes. And we don't like anybody to know, but now my kids know they're in the house and I'm going to have to re-hide them. But I hid them. And I'll always remember that you, my friends, y'all love me because you gave me a stash of chocolates. This life is like a box of chocolates.
Ours.
I don't know. I don't know, ma'am.
This is funny.
I don't know, ma'am.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
What you got, Lucille?
Well, let's see if I can really get into my voice. I got some good news, y'all. This is about some more refugees.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. I don't know if y'all saw this story, but I need to do it in my real Southern accent. Minnesota's government, outstanding refugee. Did y'all know the Minnesota government has an outstanding refugee? It turns out this little loop-de-loo's been indicted for Medicare fraud connected to a sex trafficking ring. Okay. So this ain't from the Babylon Bee. This is from not the Bay. And this story, though, is going to leave a sting.
AKA, it's real.
It is a real story. I'm going to do my best with my accent to get this name out. Salmon. You know how then people say salmon?
Mm-hmm.
It really bothers me. But I think in this case, that's actually this person's name, Salmon. Ahmed Elm was charged last week with 3 counts of aiding and abetting by swindle and 5 counts of aiding and abetting by false representation. He made his first court appearance on Monday. Authorities say some of Elmy's co-conspirators at Riva Health in Golden Valley have a connection to a sex trafficking bust. It was a ring last week. Elmy is accused, he's also confused, of billing Medicaid for more than $1 million in services that were not provided and not eligible. Riva Health provided autism services and adult rehab mental health services. But this is what had happened. He co-owned a Medicaid business that was funding a sex trafficking ring. Now, I don't know if you saw my story earlier that I reposted on the Twitters about in Japan, if you are a refugee or an immigrant and you commit a crime, they roll you up like sushi and they get you out. And I would like to suggest that in Minnesota, they roll him up like he was inside of a banana. And they just roll him up end to end and throw him out. That is my suggestion. But
Sorry,
I don't know if y'all done saw that
I'm trying
story.
to play the video here.
Oh, if you could, that'd be great.
Is this sushi rolling? What is this?
Hold on, let me. This is in Japan. This is how they get rid of
This is
their-
my dream of
What
us
do
to
you
do
mean
all
they're
This is my dream.
Mhm.
I don't want it to just happen in Minnesota for this idiot, diabolical criminal. I want this to happen worldwide. But if any of y'all are sheriffs or in law enforcement and you got ideas, I would like to say you're welcome. If this is the tactic you choose to employ, starting in Minnesota, could come here to Alabama. I'm just saying. That's all I got.
It's like you knew my story.
What do you mean?
It has nothing to do with Alabama, but did you know what I was going to do before you chose your story?
What were you going to do?
Well, so a man was arrested in Tokyo in the airport. And this is so weird. He was attempting to smuggle roughly 200 lizards stuffed inside 22 pairs of socks.
Alive lizards or
Yes.
dead lizards?
Yes. No, 23-year-old Mexican Daniel Isaac Velasco Baltazar sought profit in Japan's exotic pet trade. He bought 200 lizards, including 9 sites protected by Mexican. Oh, they're protected Mexican alligator lizards. And he stuffed them in his socks and flew to Japan.
That wasn't real bright.
Now, how big are these socks?
And how big are alligator lizards?
I don't know. Can you pull up a Mexican alligator lizard?
And do they
Yes.
speak Mexican?
And what would you do? Would you, I mean, you put the socks
Oh.
in a bag? What?
Hold on. I'll share my screen.
That looks weird. You put the socks in a bag, and when you're going through security, you think there's no.
Ugh, I don't. They kind of cute. Oh, wow. They
kinda
do look like a little
cute.
alligator. Hi, cucaracha.
It says he bought him for like $3.50 and he's going to sell him for $600, but he got caught. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine traveling from Mexico to
Oh,
Tokyo?
my.
It's kind of cool because it's got the back of like an alligator.
That's an awesome lizard.
22 of those. How do you do? What
That's
do
a
you?
lot.
Well, how do you feed them on the flight? I mean, it's a whole thing. Anyway, I don't know what they're going to do with them, but I just thought there's got to be easier way than socks.
I mean, that
Oh my
was-
gosh. Did you see the picture?
No.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, this was all those alligators. Now, where the other ones? Did they show you what else was in there?
Oh,
One lizard was
gross.
found dead.
Oh, needed some food.
Y'all, you know, they take law enforcement serious. I know it seriously, but I'm just saying. In Japan, what do you think they're going to do to him? We just saw that other man get rolled up like a sushi roll.
To the Mexican?
Yeah, what's going to happen to him?
Straight to jail.
They're probably going to high five him and send him back and say thank you for the lizards.
You think that's all they're going to do?
Yeah, I don't know, but you know, if you carry like a peach across the border, you get in trouble.
The border patrol people at the airport are serious.
You think about all the diseases. I mean, talk about explosive diarrhea from Mexico. What do you think Mexican lizards carry?
Oh my word! Some kind of salmonella is going to get you, sucker.
And listeria. What?
By the way, whatever happened to the Scopsia, the fufu parasite?
It's funny. It just kind of went away.
Is it still a thing, or is it?
I ain't buying Taylor Farms anymore. Allegedly.
Poor Taylor Farms.
Bless them.
But I mean, then it came out that they had Taylor Farms had something else too. It was
Some
like
vegetables, right?
Yeah, just don't buy it. I mean, if you can't get yourself together, that's what we have to do every day as women. We have to get up and pull ourselves together. And Taylor Farms can't do that. I can't support you. You got to help yourself. But anyway, I don't know. It just reminded me that that Asians do some weird things. They're probably going to eat those alligator lizards.
Ugh. I think you're probably right. Saute them up for din
I
din.
wonder how big they get.
Ugh. I don't know.
Remember those lizards that used to grow like 600 times their size that you used to put in water? That's what they look like. You have those as a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got. I don't have any really good gossip. I sometimes do. It's been kind of quiet.
It's been pretty dead.
Yeah, it
But
has been dead.
I think it's the quiet before the storm, though.
Oh, we about to have lots of hot goss.
Oh yes,
think so.
I think so
For sure.
Especially with the Tuberville governorship.
Oh, and all the stuff coming in the November election, all the things going to be said. We got a lot to come up with.
So, did y'all see Tuberville's? The Supreme Court extended their ruling on the Tuberville residency issue.
I did,
because Tuberville's attorneys were like, "Hold up, we're really tired. We got lots to do." They're still dealing with Ken McFeeters. I thought that was done.
I did. Oh, he filed
was
a new
this
case.
the fourth time?
He filed another.
What is going on? Are you actually a Democrat and you want Doug Jones to be the governor? This is what I had to ask myself out loud driving to the studio today.
I think he's allegedly getting paid by the lawsuit by the Doug Jones campaign.
Allegedly.
Is that really?
That is the only thing I can think of to where he won't just go right off into the sunset and chill. Because it's like he's not going to win, but it's almost like the Doug Jones campaign wants his lawyers to fight a two-front war, fight Doug Jones and Ken McFeeters, maybe allegedly, but that's the only thing I can think.
But did y'all see? It was an 1819 news article, and they said that there was like 100-page complaint, and then like 400 pages of not exhibitionists, exhibits of things. That's a lot of stuff. Where's Ken get all that?
Can we please just stop?
You want to stop?
What is the point? That is what I ask myself while I'm driving. What are you allegedly trying to do?
Well, I mean, I think they think they're right.
I think he thinks he's right too, but has he taken it to the logical conclusion? Because we would end up with Doug Jones as our governor, or we'd put somebody else on there. We all know who that person may be if it's before the election. Well, but I can't wrap my brain around, like you said, why don't he just ride off into the sunset? What is really fueling this? What? Because nothing makes any sense after you get ruled against time after time after time, and it's probably going to happen again.
I just bet his attorneys are tired. I think they need a nap and a snack.
I do too. They need
Can we just take a 50-minute timeout? Go to halftime. Let's take it to the half. 2-minute warning. We're taking a knee. We're going to the locker room. Just give us a minute.
I'd like to breathe.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got some good this or that questions to end the show.
Okay, this or that.
Would you rather have pets who can talk or babies who can talk?
Babies who can talk.
Pets.
I don't know. I'm sure a baby that can talk and tell you why it's crying could be helpful, but also I'd really like to know what my pet would say.
It's a good point.
So
can you imagine being able to hear what was in Bear's brain?
It'd just be nothing but.
I hope you find your dad.
I found the video or the picture again yesterday of Bear and Bo, and it's a live picture, and then in the live picture you see Bear leap at me, and he hit me in the nuts when he leaped. So in the live photo, you just hear me go as it ends. But he's just sitting there and just decides to.
Oh, it's good.
Love him. Precious.
Would you rather be stranded on an island full of fruit or lost in a city full of your favorite animal? That one's weird.
Wait, what?
Full of fruit or lost in a city full of your favorite animal?
Can you eat? Do you have to? I mean, the fruit implies that that's what you're going to live on. Do you have to eat your animals in the city?
We're gonna
a good question.
We're gonna do a different one.
Okay.
Be able to talk to animals, but they constantly give you unsolicited advice, or be able to fly, but only at a walking speed.
Oh, the animals' unsolicited advice is basically like your family anyway.
I have kids for that. Yeah. I've always wanted to fly.
Same.
Actually,
Fly.
That'd be cool. Tomorrow, Wednesday is Hot Flash News. Wednesday is JJ Reach, who is the Jefferson County Sheriff candidate for the Republican Party. He will be on actually giving his perspective from sheriff's point of view, law enforcement view of flock cameras. We're just clocking it a lot this week.
We are.
And the general mayhem. Was it Phil Williams that called us that?
Yes.
The Mavens of Mayhem.
Yes, he did.
Yep. We're going with that. The Mavens will be back tomorrow. Toodles.